been a minute. Happy Wednesday. A lot to talk about, but first thing to start the day. Homie Andrew, he's in the back, we'll show him later. He's brought us a lot of stuff to sift through. So we're seeing what we are interested in, and we're gonna possibly work out a really big buy. So lots of good stuff so far we've already shown interest in. So just beginning. All right, I'm gonna show you guys what we picked up from that buy earlier, but we're back with Sasha. He is our model for this drop that we have coming up on the 16th, which is a week from today. We're calling it the adventure drop. The inspiration is like camping, hiking, being out in the sun, sports. This is our backdrop for today for the shoot, so let's get back at it. All right, so just got done with that photo shoot with Sasha. Every single photo shoot gets that much more efficient and faster, and we think we got like 8 fit pics off in an hour, and that's like with changing, figuring out what the poses are gonna be like deciding, okay, do we wanna pair this with that? So very happy with those photos. Those will be going on the Instagram very soon, but this is the remnants from that buy. Gavin, what do you think? I feel like he brought a lot of stuff that us a year ago probably have been like, oh yeah, we'll take all of it.
Us 6 months ago would have taken 90% of that.
Yeah. But there was like a lot of stuff. So what I remember, there was like a lot of Looney Tunes, a lot of Harley. We took some of it, but not all of it. And also talking to the guy, I told him like, yeah, Harley, I feel like it's bottom of the barrel right now, and he agreed. He says he has so much of it.
Like bigger size pants and jeans.
Yeah, tons of. I told him we want the smaller jeans, but he pretty much only had like 38s and stuff like that. So we grabbed a couple smaller pairs that are in the mix. But yeah, good little medley, and we're happy with what we grabbed. So starting off with the hats. Sick, vintage Yankees, super clean. Sick, Giants, also very clean. Jets, meh, it's cool, but it's the Jets. Super Bowl, aw, Snapdale, aw, Snapdale again. And then this one, did Ben end up wanting this one?
So he said he wants it, but he didn't get back to me after that.
Okay.
So
I think he'll probably,
stuff today too.
Yeah, he might show up later, but super sick Harley hat. He's really clean. Picked up a couple jackets. The heavier weight one that we were a little bit lower on, we'll probably let it go for low just because it's New Orleans, so it's on the opposite side of the country. But really clean, sick jacket regardless, so good painters. Boom, bam, got some spots, but they're painters.
They're white.
Yeah, you can dirty them up more yourself. Good Adidas track jacket, nice colors on it. I wish it had a back hit, but it don't. And this one is actually pretty sick. We picked up the Supreme tee. Gavin, for those that don't know, Gavin was a really big Supreme head and used to actually go to the drops and stuff like that, right, in the city?
Yeah, way back, I want to say like 2015, 16.
So I don't know if they can, you said 2015, 2016, I don't know if they can hear you because of the mic, but yeah, so I'll just repeat it. But yeah, Gavin authenticated it because I saw it and I was like, I don't know, but super cool tee regardless. It needs to get washed, but I like it.
Like, and that one too still holds like a little bit of value, whereas the majority of them will drop down. I mean, granted, retail on the shirts isn't all that expensive anymore, but like that one in particular still goes for like 50, 60 bucks.
So yeah, for 50, 60, I mean, we'll still put it down for cheap. Like,
Average t-shirt.
yeah, this will 50, 60 bucks online, get it for way cheaper in store. Super sick. Well, let me button it up. I like light wash button-ups like this, and it's like the perfect thickness. It's not like paper thin, but it's not like a heavy one either, so it's like a good in-betweener, and it's the lighter color, so it won't attract as much heat, but nice Rangers button-up. I feel like hockey is picking up as a, maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm just saying that because I'm a Californian that's been in New York for a few years now, or I feel like hockey's probably been hot, but I don't know
if it's necessarily hot, but
I feel like it's picking up momentum around the country is what as these younger guns are coming in and like being these superstars. Good, but what are these, what waist these end up being? 35 waist, vintage Levi's, got some spots on the front, but not too bad. Some afflictions, bada boom, bada bam. Someone will like these. Decent material, they're not like super flimsy. Gavin's here saying hi. We're sitting out saying bye.
Saying bye.
Adios.
I'll see you Sunday.
See you Sunday at the market. The quick little pause in this.
plug.
Go to the market. The last time you guys saw us was the day before the last market. I ended up not recording that much that day of. It was just a lot.
It was chaos.
Yeah, it was a lot. Not wasn't chaos, but just like, you know, stuff. There's so much stuff's going on. So I ended up recording, and then like I recorded a little bit after for a week, and then it just fell off. So here we are again, back to the content. So if you like these videos, leave a like. Maybe comment if you want. Let us know you enjoy these videos, because we'll keep making them if you like them. But if you're not liking them, we're not gonna make them. So, pair of overalls. The overalls are moving steady for us, so we will take those.
Actually, the denim and the black ones.
Denim and black?
Yeah.
Okay.
And camo's been doing decent too.
Okay, yeah. It's like if they're like the insulated ones, like
I don't expect them. Like
we're not gonna move them in the summertime.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not actually gonna be scraping up your knees in some manure, you know, or some soil. Good Harley, clean, simple. These are the kind of Harley tees we're picking up. We're passing on a lot of them. I probably only grabbed like 20% of the ones that he had. There's a good few in here. But this is a shirt we're gonna price like 19 bucks. So come get it for cheap. We just started pricing some t-shirts at $19. So if you want a tee for under 20 bucks, come and get it. This is crazy, crazy, crazy. I can probably guarantee every single person watching this video right now, you will never see this t-shirt again. Disney times Gucci, burnt orange, like embroidered Gucci shirt. My assumption is this is bootleg like hell. This is not. Gavin was saying there was like a Disney Gucci collab of some sorts.
They did one at some point.
But what other than the tag, you wouldn't think this is Disney.
No, I wouldn't.
There's like no.
The stitching on the front is so bad.
Or maybe because like is there like an M in there low key somehow? Almost looks like the Batman symbol.
Like look at how all the stitching connects.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, this is boot like crazy. But regardless, we picked this up. Cool, unique tee. Again, if you buy this shirt, you'll be the only person in your life that will ever have that shirt. No one else will have it. Cool sunflower tee. I like the artwork on it. Gavin picked that one up. That's a good pick. We love our nature stuff. Another prime example of like a good Harley tee will probably price it like 19 bucks. Very rarely do I find a Harley tee where I like the back on it. This one, I actually do like the back with the lightning and stuff like that. Yeah. The front's clean, not bad. Back, pretty sick. This one I grabbed, we got it for the low. I'm not totally sold on it, but I do think we can move it, and I kind of like it. It's like this like retro varsity football sports kind of cardigan knit. I like the football buttons on it. It's a nice little touch to it. It's like a good mid-weight, soft, so we'll put this one out for the low. Cool little piece, probably like when football season kicks back up. This is like probably my favorite, one of my favorite of the whole bunch for sure. The Moo Bros, cause I think it's like with the Blues Brothers.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's a spin-off on the Blues Brothers. This kind of stuff that, I mean, it's like a really quirky, random shirt. Again, you probably won't see many replicas of those, so really nice to have something like that in the store. This one, probably also one of my favorites, still with the tags on it. This Mecca purple. I don't know how to describe this graphic.
It's purple on purple.
Yeah, it's purple on purple, and it's like a gel print, so it's like kind of elevated, but it's just really sick. Cool Sturgis, boom, unique front, classic, cool back. I like that. This one's like a really green one. This is like really blue.
Colors are completely different.
Yeah, colors pop nice. We got a bigger size animal tee. I like this one, the Black Bears. I feel like we don't get many like this kind of style. Black Bear, what is man without the beast? If all the beasts were gone, man would die from great loneliness, you know?
Probably.
Another good Harley, clean front, clean back. I think that's all of the Harleys that we picked up. Good little Bills tee, 2000s Bills. I like that it's got like the realistic looking buffalo on it. That's pretty cool. And then we also picked up this Buffalo Sabres tee. Also a nice one. Like a late 2000s, 2010s. Nike windbreaker. Clean, simple blue one. I like that it has like the red piping. Nice little touch. I feel like Nike windbreaker is like one of those things, like Harley tees and like knits are like.
Them or you don't?
Well, I was gonna say like I feel like I never see the same one. There's like I feel like the black and white ones replicate sometimes, but it's like this one, for example, I've never seen one like this. So this one's really cool.
That one's a good one.
Also, like when it comes to the windbreakers, we only like to grab the ones that are like layered. We try to stay away from the ones that are like just one material, like paper thin. Like it's not gonna do anything for you. These will actually protect you from the wind. But show you the front first. It's very traditional in the sense of like I feel like they do a lot of diagonal stuff pretty often. but the back on it.
Yeah, the back stands out.
I feel like it's something they would do now.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like they would collab with like Travis Scott or like do some type of crazy sneaker collab, and there'd be something like that on there. Really sick. 2000s, size XL, or 90s, excuse me, 90s XL. Oh, so one more Harley piece. I lied, but it's not a t-shirt. It's like this knit hockey style shirt. It's cool, embroidered, heather. Nice piece. Yeah. I like the tones. I like the heather gray with like the white. It's a good good contrast, but still like a very nice light color shirt. And then 2 more pieces. Typically we don't take sports teams and stuff like that are out of the state or too far from the state, other than like, for example, that New Orleans jacket, but it's Carolina Panthers crew neck. Couldn't say no to it. Plus we struggle to get really good crew necks in the store, so this one's really nice. Nice like distressing to it too. It's like starting to break through, but it's like still really put together. Oh, and not like there's no stains on it, but it's like just worn in, so cool. And then lastly, another Supreme piece. Well, bam. Do you know anything about this one?
It's I think it's a Blur tee. It's just what they're calling it.
Okay. I like this as Supreme NY on it. That's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, and I like the logo. The logo's pretty cool, but I didn't know if there's like certain collab. But yeah, that's what we picked up. So pretty much all of this, not all of it, but a good chunk of this stuff we'll probably bring to the market. And then some of it will go in store maybe for the Saturday leading up to the market. But we'll see. Regardless, it'll be available within the next 7 days. So if you see something you like, be sure you come to the Saturday or come to the market. That's what we picked up so far today. All right, we're back with another day. It is Saturday. The day's just started. It's 12:44, and we've already done 2 buys. So this was like all 1 buy here, and then we did a few more here, and then one item. So someone walked in, said, "Are you buying?" It was an older individual. And there's not like something too crazy here. This is a skirt. We are taking more women's clothes. Okay, Gavin's got us. So we are starting to take in more women's clothes. We're just super picky to make sure we're getting stuff that we know we're gonna want and we know we can move. That's the most important aspect, right? So this was a skirt. I'm not like crazy on it. I would have liked it with more like a mid, like a knee-high type skirt. But we did sell 1 skirt in the past, and it was similar to this vibe. So took that one in, and also got it for a good price, so it made sense. So a lot of good mixture here. This knit is absolutely freaking gorgeous. Super soft. What's it made out of? Made in Italy. I don't know. But yeah, it's really nice pattern. I'm guessing it might be wool. I'm not seeing the tag, but
Wool blend.
yeah, something going on. But nice colors, nice soft, vintage Cornell. I kind of like this. I don't know why. I feel like past week wouldn't like this, but it's an Eddie Bauer kind of like, I don't know what you would even call it. It's like a raincoat, but it's like canvas. Like, it's not a chore coat.
Like overcoat maybe? I'm not sure.
Something, but a Cornell vet piece that will dye. And then another, this one's a chore. And Gavin was mentioning how we used to get these all the time, but we hardly get them anymore. This one probably also will dye because it has some spots on it. But that was 1 buy, and then 1 piece from the buy already sold, so I might throw the photo up. And then yeah, this one's a good little mix too. 90s Rangers lead piece. This, I don't know anything about this team, what's going on. I don't know if it's one of those United Arab Emirates teams, but it's got Homeboy on the back. Some good vintage Levi cords. I don't know if we would even call these cords. It's like a woven canvasy material. I wouldn't say it's corduroy, but we're very picky on button-ups. We're still drowning in them, but had to get this nice little Western one. And then 2 different brown workwear pants, smaller, bigger size. So that's how the day started off so far. It was busy for like the first 30 minutes in here. Now no one's in here now. It's nice and quiet, so we'll see how the day progresses. But you guys need to follow the Instagram. Just posting on the Instagram, at least the Instagram stories, is so much easier, and I'm trying to be better about that, so you guys can just see like behind the scenes, like the day to day, and not have to record a whole video, edit a whole video, which can take a super long time. But these are some of the Bernie Sanders t-shirts that I have in my personal collection. I'm wearing one right now, as you can see, but I'm gonna get these mid-rolled and steamed and then show them on the Instagram. That's how this is all going. Oh, and also probably the most important information to share. The market is not happening. My wife and I have been looking at the weather like every 2 seconds for like the past week, and it was just like, it was not worth the gamble. It's hovered around like 50% chance all day, like 50% chance the whole time during the market. It's almost like a steady, slow drizzle with like a chance of it like pouring like the last hour and stuff. And it's like we obviously didn't want to cancel it. We end up losing a lot of money because of that, because we put so much money into ads. We're gonna allow everyone to then use that vendor fee to put into a different market. So we're out the money on the ads, we're out the money on resources to get everything up and running, and just like little supplies and things, which all that kind of stuff adds up to stuff that we lost money on essentially in a way. It's hard to explain, but yeah. So unfortunately it's not happening. So let's see, maybe that brings more traffic in here on a Saturday. Not a rant, but like a real quick just like observation on yesterday. We did an Ask Me a Question on our Instagram. One of the questions, I didn't answer it, but it said, what do you think like the societal and economic state of the world is? And right now, people don't have money. That's pretty much what it comes down to. It's like everyone's kind of penny pinching, being smart with their money. Like the cost of everything's going up. The cost of car insurance is expensive. Cost of health insurance is going up. Like all these things are going on. But people are just being smart with their money and not just being frivolous with it, which of course I support. And I would highly encourage you guys to, what I've always said in all these videos, shop small, shop local, make sure you take care of your community and support the local businesses that make your community great and unique and all that kind of stuff. But that's where we're at right now. So the next market is going to be August 17th. It'll be on a Sunday, 12 to 4, so save that date. Hopefully it's gonna go well. And we are actually in the process right now, because it happened the way it happened. We're in the process of having a backup location ready to go. So that way if we can see the week before where it's like it's gonna rain, it's not gonna happen, we can move it indoors. That's another expense that we're gonna put on ourselves, because we have to pay for it to lock down that space no matter what, even if we don't use it. So it's like we're gonna pay $500+ or $600+, depending on the venue that we find. Put that money down to then still be able to host the event no matter what. But if we can still host it at South Hill, we're not gonna host there. So we're just gonna have that as like as an insurance policy. So lots going on, but that's where we're at right now. All right, Gavin and I finished pricing and setting everything up for the adventure drop that's happening this coming Wednesday, and this is how it's looking. All the button-ups, tops, jeans and pants, some knits and sweats, vests, t-shirts, and it's fairly busy right now. Picked up maybe like 10 minutes ago, and overall it's been relatively steady today, like pretty consistent people in here, people shopping, which is nice. But now it's been bumping, so we'll see how long that lasts. It's 3:37 right now. 3:37 right now. Hello, it is Tuesday. I don't feel like I recorded much last Saturday. Last Saturday was actually a really good day. We had like over 30 transactions. We had, I think the repeat customers was like 12% or something like that. So a lot of new people that came through. Typically the repeat customers are always lower on Saturday, but it was like the first Saturday in a long time that was kind of normal in regards to like just steady traffic and doing a lot of numbers. And we I don't know if we mentioned this before. There was a lot of clips that I recorded leading up to or right after the last market that I ended up never posting because it's like 2 weeks had gone by. I'm like, I don't even want to look at these clips anymore.
Yeah, at that point.
Yeah, I was like, I'm just going to start a new video. So here we are. But I think I mentioned in the last video, the market, or maybe I didn't, I don't even know. I don't know what's happening anymore.
Where we're at.
So much stuff's happening, but the market this past Sunday didn't happen. It was like pretty nice weather most of the day, and all of a sudden, like at 2 p.m., like middle of when the market would have been happening, it like poured. It like poured for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes straight. So it was like people would have for sure been drenched. Customers probably wouldn't have shown up after that time period thinking like, oh, it probably ended or canceled or whatever.
It kept raining throughout the rest of the day too.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
Where you were
at? It was
at?
pretty consistent. At least in Newfield.
Yeah, I mean, which is like kind of next to where South Hill is. So it was a smart call, and my wife was very stressed out, like hoping it was going to rain because we had to cancel it, and it did. So she was vindictive. Well, it's not vindictive. What's the word? Validated for that. Yeah. Maybe that's the word. But so now a lot of the stuff that was going to go to the market ended up going out to the Saturday rack this past week, which we will be putting out probably a good amount of this stuff that still ties into the adventure thing that we're about to switch over to. But we're about to pull out the racks right now, figure out what we're going to pull off of the other stuff. Like when it comes to these button-ups right now, like we'll keep a good amount of these denim button-ups, but there's a lot of them right now. We don't need this many, but we'll keep a good assortment of those out because those are, I feel like, steady movers, and I feel like it's also something you can wear year-round. We'll pull off some of these more lighter colors because right now we're kind of switching to a more neutral theme. Like all of these ones, we'll probably pull these bright neon colors because we want to, we'll keep some colors on here. But as you can see, this is the vibe. We're switching over to preparation for fall time, even though it's still in the middle of summer. People at this point already, in my mind, in my understanding, people have already purchased majority of their summer clothes. People that do come in and shop with us now, as it is July, mid-July, they're still coming in. I feel like a lot of people would just go right to the shorts. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like...
They know what they're looking for.
Yeah, and everyone is asking... I just learned this word a couple days ago. Everyone's asking, but people have been asking for this item for a long time, is shants, which is just the jorts that go mid-shin. Everybody wants long-ass jorts right now. Everyone wants the big baggy boys. People, this one guy came in the other day. And he goes straight to the shorts and he's looking. It was the guy that came in and he bought the hat and a bunch of some other stuff.
Yep.
He was a cool dude. I think it was his first time in. He's like interning at Cornell potentially, but he was a cool guy. I hope you see him again. But he's like, hey, I'm looking for shorts that are like this. And I was like, oh yeah, those. Whenever we do get some big old baggy ones like that, they get eaten up.
Gone in a flash.
Yeah, we get 1 or 2 pair like a month, and then it's like they're donezo. But yeah, so we're gonna just like kind of go around, pull the more brighter neonish colors, keep some color, but start sprinkling in the more subdues, the more neutrals and earthy tones like that, just because we're trying to be ahead of the curve. I think these are still practical colors if you're gonna go on a hike, you're gonna go camping, you're going on a road trip, you're gonna be, at a bonfire, things like that. So it ties into some of the summer activities that you would be doing with the lakeside stuff, but less springish summer and more fall-ish summer is what we're switching to. But yeah, we got a bunch of good colored pants going out, all this stuff going out. So yeah, that's the process right now. We're gonna do a lot of content filming today for Instagram. Content's been doing well on there. If you follow us on Instagram, let us know what you think about all that kind of stuff. Trying to stay consistent, trying to put a medley of stuff, but also just the stuff that kind of shows you what we got in store, give you a feel for what we carry. But yeah, so we're gonna handle that now and do a lot of rigmarole on moving stuff around. I feel like I record 2 minutes worth of stuff and then it's the next day, but here we are, it's the next day, it's Wednesday. We have the drop out. This is how the top, let me start over here actually. This is how our new button-up section's looking. Like we mentioned, we're slowly switching more of the earth tones, more of the subdued colors. I think the one, someone just mentioned like they're chopping before fall.
The first customer of the day today said that he's pretty much done with summer and he's getting ready for fall.
Yeah, I think the smart shopper is gonna think like, in a few weeks it's already gonna start dropping in temperature, days are gonna start getting shorter. So yeah, we're in preparation for that. I should have done more research on like when like larger retailer stores are typically start putting out that kind of stuff. But we are having a special sale for the members that sign up for the email list, and they're getting 20% off today if they come and shop, or 15% off Wednesday or Thursday or Friday instead. So it's a little incentive for them to come through and check out the new collection of pieces. The goal is to do more of the email stuff because it's just a more direct way to reach out to people that really want to hear stuff from us, that want to hear about the specials and updates and all that kind of stuff, not just like the people on Instagram that follow 4,000 accounts, like, we're just gonna get drowned out. It's a better, more direct way of conversing with everybody. So trying to grow the mail list. So if you want to be a part of it, I'll leave it down in the description. Gavin made a pretty unique purchase today. Do you want to show them real quick?
Yeah, let me grab a water. You can start showing.
All right.
Unique is to say the least. I'm a sucker for any good opportunity, and
Welcome in.
I bought not 1, not 2, but 3 bins of car decals. But it's like the most Y2K shit I've ever seen in my entire life. Like that's just one style of many.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of dogs in there too, but some of these are just
it's all the same dog.
a dachshund. I thought it was what's the difference between a dachshund and a golden retriever? Oh no, it's a dachshund. You're saying dash hound. Like, what's a dash hound?
Same thing?
No, a dachshund is little teeny dogs, little hot dog dogs.
All right, don't blame
It's just
me.
the
I don't know my
It's just the
dogs.
furry version.
I'm a big dog guy.
A dash hound. Yeah, but like all this kind of stuff, like these are pretty sick. There's the what's good?
What's going on?
He has some other ones that are like for cars. Let me see if I can find them in here. These are the birds, panther, bulldog. I can't find them now, but like as you can see, there's more. We got flaming dice. This is 2 of 3 boxes that he had. So
Yeah, I got 3 in total.
if you're looking for some retro,
So if anyone needs 2000 and earlier stickers
get them for the low.
for their vehicle or anything else, let me know.
And so June was really slow for us. It was about just as slow as it was last year, and last year was pretty slow. So with how everything's going, just some people spending habits, I'm happy with that to at least break even and not be in the red in regards to total revenue made. But this year, hopefully we can also keep the trend of July being the come up out of the dip, and with how this Wednesday is starting off already, I mean, I feel like it's already the sign. Like, because last year, even the weekdays, the Wednesdays and Thursdays were typically less busy than the Saturdays or the Fridays and Saturdays. They were still good days. So we're trying to keep energy up, to keep people enticed to come shop with us Wednesdays and Thursdays. People in the email list will get more, at least once a month, some type of special offer that no one else is going to get. That'll probably push for them to come in during the week when we're slow. In case if I hadn't shown this already, this is the new 2-tier rack we built in the back. We originally had one of the rolling racks parked over here, and it just would get filled up instantly. Like, this is like, you know, pretty much 2 rolling racks right here and some change. So this allows us to separate things, kind of plan things out. What are we gonna save for the Saturday restock? What are we gonna save to put in the back eventually? So one category that we struggle to keep stock other than t-shirts is shorts. We tend to end up pulling them like mid to early fall just because we can't keep enough of them stocked to actually make it worthwhile to put out. If we're only having 3 of each of the popular sizes, it's like, it just doesn't look good. So one thing, we thought we would be better off this year. We thought we stockpiled way more of them this year, but then very early on we realized, oh, we did not snag enough. We should have we should have had double the amount to even be close to like having enough steady flow of them throughout the summer and into the fall, and potentially like having some for wintertime for people that want to travel and still are looking for shorts no matter what. But one thing we do to help us mitigate that and try to still have stuff to offer people is the cutoff shorts that we cut from jeans. And when we do that, my thought was like they're less desirable than actual shorts with a hem. And I think that is still the case. But if it's a good fade, if it's still a good size, it's still a good brand, people still want them. So we have a bin of them that, well, this right here. This is all of the pants legs. This is just a shirt we need to donate, it's got a big stain on it. These are all the pant legs that I cut off shorts last week. And these are all jeans that I'm gonna chop. And these are jeans that either have stains on them or they just like have a weird taper to them. We know a lot of people aren't gonna fit them, and they could get a much faster new home if we just turn them into shorts, and they'll still be a cool pair of shorts. Once you wash them a few times, they get like the nice fray to them and they look great. So I'm gonna show you how we get them started here, and you can do it at home or you can go buy a pair for, you know, cheap at the thrift and then make your own cutoff shorts. It's not rocket science, but I'll show you how we do it. Okay, so hopefully you can see this well, but this is our pair of jeans we're gonna cut. And when we cut them, I want them nice and flat. And some people use like the roller knife that you can just cut across, which works great too. But for the fraying purposes that I'm gonna do on these jeans, the scissors will work just fine. These are like $20 like actual fabric cutting scissors. If you just use regular scissors, your forearms will get pumped and destroyed after cutting just 2 pairs of jeans. So worth getting some heavy duty fabric scissors. But one thing I have with these shorts I wanna show you is that if I line them up exactly, you know, with the waist as the jeans underneath, it's not a straight line. It's not a straight line like this. It kind of cuts upwards towards where the front of the jeans are, where the pockets are. So when I cut these, I don't want to cut them straight across. Like if I use this line, for example, I'm not cutting them straight across like this. I'm gonna cut slightly upwards towards where the pockets are. So let me see if I can show this up closer. So typically with these shorts, it depends on the style you want to do. You can give them like a shorter 6-inch inseam. You could go even a little bit longer if you wanted to and kind of make them baggy. These jeans in particular are pretty straight leg, so we could get away with a baggier look if we wanted to. But I like kind of like the 6 to 8 inch range. And if you wanted to actually do a specific measurement, you could obviously just measure from where the crotch is downwards. I'm just gonna eyeball it. I've literally probably cut 200 pairs of jeans at this point. Like I have these pants legs. Let me show you. I have like stacks of these everywhere. I have stacks of these upstairs, stacks of these in my house, in my basement, just like all over the place. I don't want to throw them away. I want to find a place to reuse them. So if you need extra denim fabric, please hit me up. But I'm gonna find my spot, kind of like around 8 inches. Make sure this is flat, no folds. I'm gonna cut one leg first. And again, I'm cutting slightly at an upward angle. Boom, bam. And then I want to make sure everything's even here on both sides. And I'm going to use this as my guide to make sure both sides are even. Again, fabric scissors are pretty much a must. So this is how they're looking. Not bad. I'm happy with it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the ends of this. I'm going to fold it over one time, nice and even. Try to make it as even as possible. I don't want one side higher like that. I want to try to have both of them pretty flush. And then fold it over again, doing the same thing, try to have it pretty flush. And now with this double fold, I'm gonna open my scissors and just kind of start a fray like this. Flip it over, same thing other side. And what you'll notice when you do this is it won't be even if you unfold them. Like, for example, look at this side of the leg, there's like none. But if I go to the other side, there's a little bit more fraying going on. So I typically will do a fold like that and then fray them with the scissors, and then I'll refold them again. Hit it again one more time. Be careful when you're doing this, obviously. And now it's looking pretty good. I'm happy with how it is right now. And then as you wash these, why is it not focusing? As you wash these, this kind of fray will start to happen in more places until it's even all the way across with this kind of fray, and you'll have a much more natural look to it. Right now it looks kind of botched, but what I like to do here is take any of the longer pieces, like this piece, you can see how crazy long it is, and just kind of even it out. So at most have them like an inch long, a little too long. Yeah, so this is how we're going to be able to still provide shorts for you guys by just repurposing these jeans. So just finished chopping up all of these jeans. This is how all the fraying is looking at the moment. But again, as time goes on and you wash them, they get better. And these are just like some of like the brands or no-name brands like these guys. A bunch of literally just some no names that we couldn't really ask much for jeans. So I'd rather chop into shorts and potentially move them that way. These guys are nice and baggy. So when they're a baggier pant, like when the leg stays pretty much wide the whole way down, I will do a longer inseam. But like for these more like girly pairs, the smaller pairs, I'll do a shorter inseam. All right, so we got a lot to talk about. It's Friday. I'm here early before the store opens, about an hour early, and there's just quite a few things we want to get done today in preparation for tomorrow. We don't know what the rest of the week's gonna look like today, Friday, and tomorrow, Saturday, in regards to attendance because of grassroots. I don't know if necessarily it's gonna be a good thing and bring people into town that will come and shop in between spending time up there, up in Trumansburg, or what the situation is gonna be. But I'm hoping it's gonna be a really good day. Just in general, there's more visitors in town, there's more traffic in town, so I think it will be a busier Saturday than normal. Last Saturday, which you guys saw, was a really good Saturday for us. This past Wednesday was a really good Wednesday for us. Yesterday was back to like a typical like slower summer day, but this is how the back room is currently situated. So I have a situation where we're able to get lots of good stuff, and this is all just like staple stuff. So this is nothing crazy. It's not a bunch of cool graphic tees and stuff like that, which typically is like the fastest seller. It's just lots of like flannels and button-ups. These are all shorts, which we desperately needed. Some like jackets and sweaters, lots of pants, whole ton of knits, tons of belts, which we needed way more belts. And then on top of that, this is all femme stuff. So we are going to be putting this out this Saturday. Gavin and I are gonna be looking at it later today and pricing some of that stuff. So maybe we'll be digging through that with you guys. I'm gonna try to document as much stuff as possible today because there's a lot of stuff to record, and typically on any given day, I might only record a few minutes, but this is a cool piece that did come in the store yesterday. If you know, you know, polo bear sweater, probably one of the most expensive pieces that's coming in a hot minute, but there's just a lot of really cool stuff, lots of good staples, even like really good knits, like kind of 3D emblem styles, good patterns. Of course, all these shorts I want to get out. I took like 8 to 10 pairs of jeans home last night and this morning. Early this morning, I was chopping them all up into shorts. And of course, I forgot them. I was trying to get them ready to add to this stack and then put out so we can have a good selection of smaller size shorts because we're always struggling for that. What we're going to do with the femme stuff is because we don't want to mix it in with like, you know, the other mixture of stuff because we think it might get like lost in the wayside. At the same time, it might get like messed up because some of them are like spaghetti strap stuff. There's some intimates and things like that. What we've come to an idea of is putting a rack right here, like a short stubby rack. It would be relatively short too. So like we figured out, let me get it would be probably like 4 to 6 inches off the ground because they build legs for the rack, but it's gonna be something along this line, so like kind of like this high. Yeah, something like this here and have its own little section because this room is pretty spacious. We feel like we can build this rack here and it wouldn't cause any abrupt, you know, bottlenecks or anything like that. And at the same time, it's just a great empty space that won't cause any problems to have another section of clothes. So Gavin thought of this yesterday. As soon as he thought of it, both of us were like, this is genius, and we're pumped to do that. And then we were running short on hangers. So yesterday we were down, this is probably still not enough hangers for all the stuff we have in the back, but yesterday we had maybe like this many hangers available, and then I freed up some stuff in the back because in the back right now, this is all the excess lakeside stuff. You can definitely tell by the colors. A lot of these button-ups I'm gonna pull off and end up folding just because we are drowning in button-ups. Here are some more button-ups. These are the ones that I took off of hangers yesterday that were just backstock. These are all backstock button-ups. So I was kind of separating them by the ones that I'm not necessarily in love with, whether we get rid of them, put them out for super cheap, whatever it is, the ones that I do like, and then the cords. But we also have this two-tier, which you guys have definitely seen before. Yes, it is a little janky. We got to retighten it, so I'm going to do that later today. But we really had not much more room to put on here, put stuff on there. So because of that, stuff's just going to get folded and put to the side for now. I have a button-up addiction issue. Oh, and then also, this is the leftover adventure drop pieces, some more button-ups on here, some knits and stuff like that. But this, I'm happy we have so much less excess of this drop than we did compared to the lakeside. With the lakeside, we had like 2 full racks of excess stuff to put out that we never ended up putting out. So the goal is to be able to move most of the adventure stuff within the span of a month or two. And the fact that this is the only amount of backstock we have, and we'll slowly be trickling this out. I'm sure all of this will be out on the floor within the next week, if not 2 weeks. So I'm happy, like 2.5 to 3 racks is like the sweet spot for any like the curated drops that we do, just in regards to not putting too much to the side and just having it sit. So free up this rack, free up those hangers, fix that guy, build the rack out here, go through the femme stuff and then price it because this is new to us. We're gonna definitely price stuff low. Like we're gonna think about what we should price it at and then just make sure no matter what, we're pricing it to move. Even if it's stuff that we think, oh, this will go really fast, we'll probably still price it $5 to $10 cheaper than what we typically would, just to make sure we're moving stuff and nothing's really sitting. We want to build the hype for it, have people come through, it move really fast, and then just keep building hype and keep restocking that section. We don't want to drop it and announce it and then like 5 pieces move in a week and then people start coming back and seeing the same stuff over. With that rack, we definitely want to have stuff go quickly. But so yeah, right now my objective is I want to get all these. I'm gonna take a photo of these shorts and post them on the story, let people know we have more shorts going out. I wish I brought that stack from home that I chopped up, but yeah, that's where I'm gonna begin. All right, just went through everything that we have for this first curation of pieces, and we've priced everything. Well, we don't have it priced yet, but we have it divvied up based off of being at $19, $24, or $29. So everything will be below 30 bucks. We think everything will probably move pretty quickly at those price points. And there's a lot of good vintage stuff, a lot of good trendy stuff, skirts, halter tops. Like I'm learning all the terms. So we don't know what everything is called yet, but there's like the baby doll stuff, summer dresses. So yeah, so this is how it's looking right now. So a skirt, nice long vintage skirt, another vintage skirt, a baby doll-esque top. Like these I do see being very trendy, especially Fashion Bug. We've gotten this brand before with like knits and some like femme t-shirts. So this I'm sure will do well. This I'm sure will do well. These like silk tops. Yeah, like I think this is all $29 price point, by the way. So $29, vintage. This black silk top. We had to steam all of this stuff, but this is our stack of $29 stuff. Now going to the 24s, denim skirt, flowy skirt. This is like a long dress that actually is gonna get put over here because we have a rack of some of the longer dresses that we won't be able to put in that rack that we're gonna build to the side. So it's gonna go in a different section that we already have planned, but some more, you know, silk tops. This I'm sure will get eaten up right away. More slips, just like cute stuff like that. And the $19 stuff is like stuff that we think people will definitely like, but you know, it's not, I think, crazy someone's gonna drool over per se. Like it's not gonna be the hottest commodity, but so yeah. Hopefully this video is doing it some justice of what the curation's looking like. Cute little animals. But yeah, so we'll start pricing that stuff now. But what I'm gonna do first is start digging through this pile of what we wanna prioritize for the Saturday restock and get that hung up, and then record that video, get that posted, and then mention special announcement coming up in just a little bit, or you know, whenever, later the same day, showing the femme stuff. So trying to get all this situated and get all the content done in the next few hours. So it's been a productive day so far. We're 3 hours into the day. Gavin and I killing it, doing the dang thing. This is what the rack for Saturday is looking like, just to give you guys a quick glimpse. If you don't already follow us on Instagram, what's wrong with you? This 1940s, 1950s Letterman's jacket's going out for super cheap tomorrow. New York Rangers vintage crew neck. This Giants, like I don't know what you call this style jacket. Is it a Letterman's jacket, like a denim Letterman's jacket? I'm not quite sure. There's like 80s, very nice retro button up, polo button up. This is super sick. Like it's hard to see, right? But you can kind of see there. It's like horses on it. There's like horses on the back of it too. That one's super nice. Let's see what else we got. Brown leather. Always does well for us, always moves really quick, and it's like a more femme cut, so not that that's really gonna hurt that much. It'll probably still go for a pretty quick, it'll go fast is what I'm trying to say. Nice, like also somewhat femme button up. It's like sheer, you can like see through it. Nice light peach color. These camo crew necks always go crazy. It's like a 2000s one. Denim jacket that has a custom painted Sublime logo on the back, and just some good stuff. Lots of vintage in here. Some Supreme. Where's the Supreme? There's apparently Gavin says it's a pretty pricey Supreme tee. This is also a Supreme tee. I like the cool back design on it. So yeah, just a little bit of everything on it. We got to make sure of some vintage pants, and then we took in this buy that just happened, and there's some cool stuff in here. First to show off. So lots of jeans, orange tabs, denim Carhartts. Let us know what your guys' thoughts on denim Carhartts are, because for us, they don't move that fast compared to the canvas. Like the green, the black, the brown, those ones always go fastest. So these we kind of been chopping up into shorts. Yes, jeans. These are the Carhartts everyone wants. This style, also very nice. Some silver tabs. And another pair of orange tabs. This was cool. So let us know what you think on this. We offered what I think a lot of people might consider to be low, because we think with this piece is gonna be a cool piece to hang up on the wall, but no one's gonna ask about it. No one's gonna wanna try it on unless we put it down for super cheap. New York City Board of Education Champions 1992. very, very relevant as the current administration doesn't want there to be any board of education. But yeah, it's just super sick piece. So we'll put it.
That guy Donald.
Yeah, we'll yeah, exactly. What a coincidence. But we'll put this out for really, really cheap. So if you're a true vintage head, or I guess it's not true vintage, but if you're someone that likes that kind of style, that's gonna be a come up for you. And then some other stuff, but this is really sick. The keg room is like nice colored jersey. No name on the back, which is always a plus. So yeah, cool little mix. Love that we got some good pants, a lot of them being smaller sizes, which is exactly what we need. So now the objective is to get that rack built for tomorrow so we can hang up all that femme stuff and then make a piece of content and get people hyped. I think that the post's gonna go crazy.
I think it'll crush.
I don't think it'll go crazy, like tons of likes and go like spread really fast, but I think it'll get lots of comments like, finally, like, oh my gosh.
I hope so. I think if nothing else, it'll bring like a good influx of traffic for tomorrow.
Yeah, no matter what, for sure. What up, what up? And ta-dow. It's hard to get a good look of it on video with such nothing on it, but this is the rack. We were gonna put flanges on the bottom, like how there is here, but this seemed to be fairly sturdy doing it this way, just to give it a little more stability along the base. It has a little bit of a wiggle to it. It's actually not as bad. Before it was even worse. So it's pretty sturdy, and we're confident it'll be fine because of how light some of this type of clothing is. So very, very excited for that. We're gonna go price that stuff now and then hang it up on here and then record the video for tomorrow. It's Saturday and the femme rack is available to shop. This is most of the predominantly heavily feminine products. We have like some of the stuff that's more like stuff that we would put on our racks, like, you know, women's cut button-ups and things like that. But this one, we're very excited to see how it does. We did the post on Instagram yesterday, which if you're not following us on Instagram, what's wrong with you? But we did a post on Instagram yesterday and the stories or the shares were really high. So I'm expecting to see a good turn of people to come in just to check that out today, if not as the weeks go on. So excited to start providing this stuff because we know it's just gonna be a level up for us and help us have a higher average transaction and get people to find more stuff they like. So it's in the post, I said it, and it's literally not an exaggeration, not a joke. Every single day we get asked, do you have femme stuff? Do you have women's clothes? And we say we have some, you know, some button-ups and jeans and jackets and sweaters like that, but everyone's looking for this kind of stuff. So we're pumped to have it and see how it does. And this weekend is Grassroots, so it's the third day of Grassroots. So I don't know if that's gonna be a positive or not. I would think it would be, or just more so locals trying to find stuff to do that can get them away from the Grassroots chaos if they're not doing that stuff. So we'll figure out how today's gonna go. But back table, still a lot of stuff on here. We're gonna process this and get it all hung up and situated on here. We have some, I think I showed you guys this the other day. We took in some denim skirts, stuff like that. These slips came in from a buy. Yeah, I showed you guys all that, yeah. But, so, yeah, it is 12 o'clock. It's 1:46. It's been pretty slow so far today. We have some people in there shopping right now. Can't complain. I feel like it will pick up. My assumption is that maybe there'll be like a wave of people that go to the second half of the day at Grassroots or like come in midday for like a break and maybe they'll swing by here. But it's been a great week overall, so I'm not complaining even if it ends up being a pretty slow day altogether. But this is, again, I showed you guys this, the rack. It's a little sad, so I'm gonna take all these button-ups off and get that situated and tighten that back down. I rolled a rack out to the front and Gavin's breaking all that down. Looking good again, but I didn't have a wrench that was big enough to actually undo the bolts. I just grabbed onto the top and grabbed that and kind of like squeezed and like one arm there, one arm down there and pulled it up to get it back to level. And then I just did like 10 passes of duct tape just to kind of, it's pretty thick right here, just to give it a little bit of a stability. And probably, I would assume, wouldn't slide down. I'm assuming the duct tape's gonna be pretty strong. So yeah, innovation.
All set? You got it. So today's the first day that we've put some of the more like femme clothing out.
Love it.
What's your take on the selection that we have?
Great.
We did good?
Yes.
Okay.
I was pleasantly surprised. I feel like there isn't much like vintage clothing or
Yeah.
It's not a very wide selection of like dainty pieces like that.
That was the goal. We want to provide something that not every other place has, but it's just the two of us, so it's hard to know like what's cool and trendy for the women out there.
Good.
There's that for you. Would you like a small bag?
Yes, please.
Gotcha. All right. There's that for you.
Thank you.
Of course. Enjoy your hike.
Thank you.